What's up, guys? It's X-Rays and welcome to a new episode of Strategic Saturday. Last week I didn't have one, but today I have a very special edition, DLC edition, with the Peacekeeper. Today we're going to talk about the best tips or tips on how to properly use the Peacekeeper. A lot of people are going to be getting this on the PlayStation 3 soon, or maybe if you have it already on Xbox and you're not having as much luck with it as, say, all the other SMGs. Hopefully these tips will help you guys out. Anyway, so let's jump straight into the first tip. Very first tip is stick to medium ranges and stay away from close quarter combat with the Peacekeeper. First of all, the Peacekeeper doesn't have as much damage as all of the other SMGs. It actually only does about 33 damage up close, and then at a distance it's around 22. So it's got about the same damage profile of the MP7, with the only difference being that it has way slower rounds per minute. So the firing rate is a lot slower. It's around 700, making it the slowest one out of all the SMGs. So basically, you're not going to be running up and destroying people. You don't want to do that. You're only going to end up losing a bunch of gunfights unless, honestly, you're, obviously someone behind someone's back and killing them. But, don't rush with this. Stick to a medium range. The sweet spot is just at the range just outside of all the other SMGs. You are a ton more effective. So basically, you are going to be just a little bit more cautious when you're using this gun. You're not going to run out there and think you're going to start raping people, because it's not going to happen. So the second tip, don't rush. The only exception to this rule is if you have a V-set and you got the V-set and you know where the enemy is. Other than that, don't rush into the spawn thinking you're going to destroy people. Wait a little bit outside of their spawn if you want to do that and you want to destroy people that are coming out. But don't rush in there. Believe me, they're going to spawn faster than you can kill people. It has a smaller size clip. It has only 30 rounds, so believe me, you're going to run in there, you're going to run out of ammo, and you're going to be overwhelmed before you know it. Don't rush. Again, only if you have the V-set, feel free to run in there, because you're going to know where they're spawning and where they're at. The third tip, use the millimeter scanner. Now, a lot of people are going to say it's a noob thing to do. Believe me, it's a lot less noobier than using the target finder, and it's a lot more effective than using the target finder as well. You guys don't know just how effective this thing is. It's better than a red dot sight because you have a wider scope of where everybody's at. When you zoom in, you have a bigger field of view as well, and it scans through certain walls, lets you know if somebody is somewhere. Although the Peacekeeper doesn't have amazing penetrating, the penetration it does, it's still a very good gun to use. You know where someone's at, you can toss C4s, you can wait for them to turn the corner, you can come up behind them. Believe me, the MMS is a amazing attachment to use on this thing, especially since it has the range, and the MMS also has a decent range. It tells you where people are at, so use that to your advantage. As you guys are seeing it, I have it in the gameplay. It's very effective. The next thing I can tell you guys, don't use a silencer on the Peacekeeper. Some of you guys are probably, I like to stay off the map, but believe me, one of the perks of having the Peacekeeper is the fact that it has the best range out of all of the SMGs. You don't have to worry about, your bullets not causing damage anymore at a certain distance. It's going to do damage for a while, for a pretty long distance. Putting a silencer only nerfs it, only makes it, a cheapened version of it. Believe me, you want to have it as effective as possible, and just using a silencer is not a smart move. It not only reduces the damage, it reduces the range as well by about 30%, so don't do it. Just, keep it naked. Besides, you're going to be staying back, and besides, when people try to rush up to you, you're not going to be there anymore from how far away you are going to be, again, if you're sticking to that medium range. Alright, so the fifth tip that I can give you guys is don't underestimate the range of this thing. When I first started using this thing, I was actually really underestimating how far I could shoot. There was a bunch of different gunfights that I would not engage because I felt that I could not win it. But believe me, this thing has lower end recoil. It has insane range. So if you see someone that you feel you couldn't get with the PDW or the MSMC, believe me, with this one you're going to reach them, and you're probably going to do a lot of work on them. So don't worry about not having enough range, because this thing will have enough range, and you're going to actually be amazed just the distance. It's like when you first tried out the KSG and you found out just how far the distance was. It's the same experience. The sixth tip I can give you guys, the sixth one, is burst fire. Although this thing has a lot of, it has a really low recoil, what you want to do also is you want to burst fire when you see someone who maybe is a pretty far distance away. It does still have recoil. It takes a little bit to kick in. I have noticed that if you shoot for about 2 or 3 seconds, it's not going to kick as much, but then after that it is going to kick about straight up, so it's very predictable. But I would say burst fire whenever you see someone at a distance, you're going to get them, you're going to kill them a lot faster than if you were to try to go full auto and try to control the recoil. So burst fire. And the last tip I can give you guys for today is don't use rapid fire. Believe me, when I first started using the Peacekeeper, I was rushing trying to get rapid fire, and I thought, man, this thing's going to be insane once I get the rapid fire. Believe me, you don't want to do that. It actually takes off 60% of the range that it does. And if you put a silencer, that's another 30%, and you're stuck at about the same range as the other SMGs. You don't want to do that. Don't put rapid fire on this thing. It's going to just destroy your range, and on top of that, it only increases its firing rate up to about 900, which is about the same as an MP7, which basically if you put rapid fire on this thing, it'd be the MP7, only you're wasting an attachment on it. So don't do it. Just don't bother putting rapid fire. Use it to its advantage. Medium range, pick people off from a distance, and you guys are gonna be more successful. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed today's episode of Strategic Saturday. If you did, remember to slap a like on this video and leave a favorite as well if you really enjoyed it. And anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys tomorrow with another video, and I'm out. Peace.